Hi, my name is Michael Allman. I live in Marietta, Georgia. I graduated from Metropolitan State University in St. Paul, Minnesota with bachelor's degree in criminal justice with a minor in English. I have worked for the Golden Valley Police Department where I went to local schools and spoke to kids about the police, their role, uh, their community involvement, and how kids can interact with the police. I also led tours of the police department to various classes and groups of children. I also led kids' detective days, where groups of children could learn about an entire investigative process from the beginning to the end. And I also work as an ESL teacher. I do private tutoring where I have the opportunity to teach English to students of various levels. I've also volunteered with an adult education program which teaches adults English as a second language. So I've gotten to lead the classroom, help with small group activities, and lead group readings. And now I'm going to read a little excerpt from Winnie the Pooh. So, here we go. Chapter 1, in which we are introduced to Winnie the Pooh and some bees, and the stories begin. Here is Edward Bear coming downstairs now. Bump, bump, bump on the back of his head, behind Christopher Robin. It is, as far as he knows, the only way of coming downstairs. But sometimes he feels that there really is another way. If only he could stop bumping for a moment and think of it. And then he feels that perhaps there isn't. Anyhow, here he is at the bottom and ready to be introduced to you. Winnie the Pooh. When I first heard his name, I said, just as you are going to say, but I thought he was a boy. So did I, said Christopher Robin. Then you can't call him Winnie? I don't. But you said he's Winnie the Pooh. Don't you know what "the" means? Ah, yes, now I do, I said quickly, and I hope you do too, because it is all the explanation you're going to get. Sometimes Winnie the Pooh likes a game of some sort when he comes downstairs, and sometimes he likes to sit quietly in front of the fire and listen to a story. This evening, what about a story? Said Christopher Robin. What about a story? I said. Could you very sweetly tell Winnie the Pooh one? I suppose I could, I said. What sort of stories does he like? About himself, because he's that sort of bear. Oh, I see. So could you very sweetly? I'll try, I said. So I tried. Once upon a time, a very long time ago now, about last Friday, Winnie the Pooh lived in a forest, all by himself, under the name of Sanders. What does "under the name" mean? Asked Christopher Robin. It means he had the name over the door in gold letters and lived under it. Winnie the Pooh wasn't quite sure, said Christopher Robin. Now I am, said a growly voice. Then I will go on, said I. One day, when he was out walking, he came to an open place in the middle of the forest, and in the middle of this place was a large oak tree, and from the top of the tree there came a loud buzzing noise. Winnie the Pooh sat down at the foot of the tree, put his head between his paws, and began to think. First of all, he said to himself, that buzzing noise means something. You don't get a buzzing noise like that, just buzzing and buzzing, without its meaning something. If there's a buzzing noise, somebody's making a buzzing noise. And the only reason for making a buzzing noise that I know of is because you're a bee. And that's all I'm going to read for today. Thank you very much.